Hello, welcome to the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Monday, November the 17th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of the trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. All right, how many trades today? Let's see, one, two, three, four trades to go over. Not quite as hectic as it was for me on last Friday, but not bad. Cough, COF, capital one. That came in my balance play. What I've done here is just created a multi-strategy window. I've got my bouncers, my 2 and my 5-minute bouncers in here. Color coded them, so I think my 2-minute bouncers are in blue and my 5 minutes are in green. So Cough came in at 80.40. And let's see where 80.40 is. 80.40 was right down here. Let me back this up so you can see what the software was seeing these red candles coming down and then this green candle here. So I took the trade right here at, what was it, 80.55. A little bit of chop around here. And then after that, though, I was able to get out half at 80.85 and the other half at 80.90. And so a nice little trade based on the bounce play. And I then went back to it. We looked at this, like, or I looked at, again, because I've traded it once doesn't mean I have to forget about it forever. And so, or at least for the day. And so it was still on my thumbnailed charts. And so I was watching this activity here. Now, by all rights, this was fairly good consolidation. Probably, could have got in right here, but I wanted it to break the whole number. And so on this bar candle right there, it broke the whole number. And so I took the trade at 81.11. Yes, 81.11. Had high hopes for this. It got up to 81.25 and 81.78 is right up here. So we had some room to run without any real resistance, but just didn't happen. And on this candle here, I decided to get out of the trade at 81.16. So just a modest 5-cent gain on that one. So the first part was really good. This not as good, but I would do it again. I mean, we had some room and it just didn't work. LRCX. Same sort of thing. You can see alerted to it in this area here on a bounce. It's coming down, coming down. And again, what did it get down to? 77.06. So it bounced off, and right here was 77.08. So a couple of attempts to go below the whole number didn't happen. So I took the trade right here at 77.19. I took half out at 77.32, and the other half at this says 77.50, but it's actually at 77.49. So again, not a bad trade. Fairly low risk in my opinion, because I mean I'm taking this at 77.19. I was really going to put the stop if it got below 77.08. So we're talking about 11-cent stop. Maybe I would have let it go below there and see what it did at the whole number, but it didn't really happen, so I didn't have to worry about it. But I like these sort of trades because you put your stop fairly close, even though it's a fairly expensive stock. COF. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at it again. It's third on my list, but we've already looked at that one. Okay, now the last one is going to be a little bit interesting. And now this is this VG. Here, let me just, here's the real. So it's at 424 right now. Now I'm in this at 408. Now let's take a look at the daily on VGL. VGGL. Jeez, I don't know why I'm having a tough time saying that, but let's see now. So this is Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So Friday was the big, or Wednesday was the big day. You can see the huge volume. I think it had earnings. It popped from 178 all the way up. It actually made it through 4, and then it sold off a little bit at the end. If you watch the video, um, on this day, I was saying that I wasn't going to hold this overnight because I didn't like the fact that it sold off towards the end of the day, and this most of this action was at the end of the day. And for me to hold something overnight, I generally like to see it holding steady in the last hour. That gives the people who are in the trade some optimism that there could be a pop tomorrow. That gives people who are doing scanning after hours, they look at this and say, okay, it didn't sell off very much. I'm going to watch it tomorrow, and if it goes up a little bit, I'll pile in too. They don't want to miss it. Um, Now, the daily on this, um, if you go back a little bit further, this has got some room to run. Not a lot. I mean, you could argue here is a high point right there, 576. But I mean, obviously from 425, that's certainly a lot of room. But I'm going to, the jury's out right now still for me. I guess my bottom line is I'm in at 408. I haven't sold any. I'm going to see if it's got to hold four for me. If it doesn't hold four and if it breaks down below, then I'm probably going to exit my trade. I'll watch it tomorrow to see if it can pop over four again and then continue. Our high right now is 458. So, if I go by my rules, this has got to really ramp up and then kind of trade sideways in the last hour. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but we'll see. You never know. Obviously, there's some good momentum here. This candle here is taking out these two with no problem. So, and a lot of people are going to see that. So we'll have to see. Again, 420. I'd love to see it close at least in the 430s, 440s, and I think that would give me probably the impetus to keep it as a swing. But anyway, we'll have to see. So that's it for today. Not terribly exciting. The big one, I saw this in the pre-market, CLDX. Saw the pop in the pre-market, and I just didn't get in it. Let's take a look at the 3 minute or the 5 minute. Yeah, I mean. I suppose there's some areas I just, here's a pullback here and I guess here, but I just didn't see for me a clean enough entry on any one of these things. Maybe here on this pullback on this candle. Obviously, I mean, in retrospect, it looks, yeah, sure, why not? You should have got in here. But going to watch it tomorrow. I'll see. Have to see if it can break 20. And because let's take a look at the daily. I think it's got might have some room to run. Absolutely, it's got room to run. So, even if it doesn't break 20, but if it can close, 1950 is the high right now. If it can close up in that area, certainly one to watch for tomorrow. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for listening. Again, here's how to get into the trading room. And you can log in with Facebook or your Twitter account, and I hope to see you in the room tomorrow.